Hey guys, we're going to introduce our new development car to you. It's a 1995 Honda CRX in Australia, or is known as a Honda Del Sol elsewhere. The previous owner had slipped in a B18 engine, which we loved about it. It had a terrible exhaust system on it. It looked like it was made from, I don't know, something from the local plumbing supply. So we've already fitted a set of 4-into-1 headers from JDM Yard in Sydney, plus from NVIDIA in Sydney also a 70mm full exhaust system. Now this car's already fitted with a Skunk 2 intake manifold, like an Integra Type R style one, plus it's got an enlarged, I believe it's a 70mm throttle body. As for the airbox, that's just been slapped in there from some car. We will be making up something later on for testing purposes. We have ordered a complete catalogue full of parts from Real Street in Florida. The guys there advised us on what parts we should probably use for our target goal, and we're going to start doing some testing as soon as possible. One thing that we will have to sort out as soon as possible is an adjustable ECU. We are looking at the Link G4X, so we'll contact the guys in New Zealand for one of those. And the beauty of that is it's a direct plug-in, so it uses the OBD1 wiring loom from this car, which makes things very easy. Plus they offer a drive-by-wire conversion, which is something we definitely want to use for our development purposes. This project car is actually for our development of parts, so some of the testing will not be filmed, but the journey from this car being a effectively stock Desol to a 9-second car will be fully documented, and every step of the way will be shown in the video series. So if you can like and share this series, we will appreciate that, but we will be showing you every step of the way with our dyno tuning and track testing. So the guys over at JDM Yard are going to be looking after some suspension components and traction bars to try and help us with some initial traction with the two-wheel drive setup. So this is all going to be new to us, but it'll all be documented and everyone can see exactly what we're doing all the way along. Probably the first step is we get this car over to BIRRONG Automotive and stick it on the dyno and see if it's running okay as is, and then we'll try and get that ECU fitted up. Hey guys, we've wrapped up for tonight's racing. We've done 4 passes. The speeds have ranged from 91 mile an hour to 93 mile an hour. 60 foots have been around 2.35 to 2.45, and quarter mile speeds have gone from 15.5, 15.3, 15.2 and 15.15. The car suffers from traction obviously with cheap street tyres, high tyre pressure and front wheel drive with no LSD. So we're happy with that tonight's testing, and look forward to adding some more power soon. Hey guys, we're here back at BIRRONG Automotive after our baseline run. We've picked up our new Link ECU. We're going to be putting in a set of Bosch injectors, a Bosch fuel pump, and running it up with no other changes to see where we're at with the current modifications. Those current modifications are a set of headers from JDM Yard, a NVIDIA 70mm exhaust, and nothing else. We're still running a stock airbox, and we're currently at a 9,000 RPM rev limit. All right guys, so here's our box full of parts from Link ECU. We have actually had them perform their drive-by-wire modification to the plug-in ECU, as the car will be going to a Bosch drive-by-wire throttle later on. All right, so here's all our haul of Link ECU products, including sensors. So this is a modified plug-in G4X from Link, which enables you to run a drive-by-wire throttle body, which we'll be doing at a later stage. We've also picked up their CAN Lambda system, which uses a Bosch 4.9 LSU wideband sensor. That'll be wired up later on for data logging at the track. We've also got their really nice knock block system, which enables you to run a couple of knock sensors on the engine and run a set of headphones. This is really good for dyno tuning or tuning on the street, which makes it quite easy to detect that, especially when you're tuning on pump 98 fuel. So we've also grabbed the E85 sensor. That'll enable us to run full flex fuel on the ECU. Quite easy to install. The guys here at BIRRONG will be installing that and wiring that up. We've picked up a couple of air temp sensors. This air temp sensor will be used for measuring ambient air temp sensor. So when we look back at logs from the track, we'll always know what the temperature at the track was like. Single EGT, we'll be running this when we go turbo. That will just help for development purposes. We've also got two combined fluid pressure and temperature sensors. We can use one for oil, we can use one for the engine coolant. By having a combined pressure sensor and temperature sensor, always you want to know what the engine temperature is running at for your ECU, but having a pressure sensor there also enables you to see if you're getting pressurization of the coolant system, which may be from a head lifting, which is always good to have to easy diagnose engine problems. All right, so this is their plug-in ECU for the B series. This car is a OBD version 1. So this ECU, we've actually had the option of modifying the board from factory to run a Bosch drive-by-wire. So in here, this packet, I'm not going to open it now because I don't want to damage it, but this has been modified to run a Bosch drive-by-wire on the plug-in unit. All right, so here we have the CAN Lambda system from Link. This is something that we used to run in our Supra for data logging. So this allows us to check the air-fuel ratio whilst we're at the drag strip or on the freeway or on the street to monitor what's going on. This is a great product, and that will use a Bosch 5.9 LSU wideband sensor. Now this is a product that most people don't have on their street cars. This is the Link knock block, and this allows you to run a set of headphones and listen to knock whilst you're tuning on the street or on the dyno. This is not common for people to have on their street cars, but for dyno tuners to have to allow easy detection of knock. So here's the two knock sensors that bolt up to the engine or the head. All right, guys, we're here with Alex, the proprietor of BIRRONG Automotive. Alex, how long have you been building, working, tuning cars for?
A good 20 years.
What sort of results are you hoping to see out of the CRX, since it is 1.8 litres of fury compared to your usual 2.6 to 3.2 litres?
I'm looking for about 10 to 15 kilowatts.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Honda, the fart can. All right, so Alex, with your experience from RBs and SRs, what sort of horsepower do you think you can get out of the B series once we've finished it, turboed it,
Look, the sky's the limit with a Honda motor, to be honest, and you can see it now. The Honda scene's crazy, so it's all going to be relevant to what we're going to put on that car.
Yeah.
Turbo, camshafts, engine configuration, all that stuff. But I'd like to see some mega power out of it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get the car running with the new ECU back to back and see what we can get out of it. Clean up everything, start collecting some data. And then, we'll start upping the power from there on in.
Sweet, let's get it done.